This is SAND FALCON, currently sitting at Margate Roads Anchorage in the UK. SAND FALCON is a UK-based dredger that we're going to hopefully have a bit of a deeper dive into today. So come and join me as I take an aerial tour of this dredger and see what we can find, see what we can see. It's absolutely freezing here today in the Anchorage. It's a real cold day out on the boat. First thing I noticed there is we've got a nice CEMEX flag there flying, which is always good to see, a little tiny one, quite hard to make out. Straight away the first item that becomes quite clearly apparent is the rust level on this one. So she was built back in 1998 and like all dredgers, she's had a real hard life. She's digging material up, honestly. They get absolutely battered, and this one's no exception. They've quite clearly tried to keep her looking in as good a condition as possible, but it's a real battle. Nice CEMEX logo there on the rear exhaust. As we fly around the rear here, you'll see just on the stern we've got SAND FALCON, the name, we've got the IMO number, and we've also got the home port, which is Cardiff. So a little way away from home, but not too far. Got a beautifully tidy deck, which we love to see. Everything in its place. Might have some activity there. We've got a door open, so there's a chance that there might be some crew out and about, but so far we can't really see anybody as we fly around the rear just here. Somebody up there just in the bridge, might be the captain, perhaps, not too sure. So she's a single pipe dredger, which means you can just see there she's got a long arm and a long pipe on her, which is around about 1 metre in diameter, designed basically for dredging material up off the seafloor. She's got that massive screw there in the middle, which you can see like a bucket screw designed for picking up material out of the hopper. We make our way around the bow of the ship just here. It's amazing just how tidy it is. There's just literally everything has its place, and everything's stored really nicely, which is always good. See the conveyor belts there just sort of wrapped up within the scaffolding style mesh. They're like a bit of a maze for moving material around. You see we've got one anchor down as well, so that's always good to see. We've just got the one. Obviously if you put more than one anchor down, my assumption is they will tie in a knot, and then you've got a real problem because you'll never get it up. Got a little bit of damage down there on the bow of the ship, not too bad though. Looks like we've been bumping against something, or possibly the scratches down there look like they could have been caused by the anchor chain when the ship changes direction. So if the tide turns, the ship will change direction, which often causes the chain to cross over just over the bow there and cause the scratches. Let's make our way up. We've got a nice clean conveyor belt there running all the way down this side of the ship, and we've got a full hopper. So it looks like she has been dredging at some point. Looks like we're basically full up to the top. So yeah, we've got some weight on board. We've got some sand and bits off the seabed. I'm not too sure what they're going to be using this for. CEMEX, anybody know what CEMEX provides for? I'm guessing it might be tarmac or building supplies or something along those sort of lines. But realistically, that is quite a large load of sand that we've got in there that we've obviously dredged up from somewhere, not too sure where. So we're relatively quiet on deck, however that's not surprising given just how cold it was out here. I was on the verge of calling it a day given how cold it was, and my fingers were about to fall off operating the drone on this one. I'm anchored not too far away from this one, literally just a little way further down, so I'm experiencing the freezing cold just as those guys would be, so I don't blame them for being inside, as it is absolutely freezing. I suppose in a wind that's about sort of 12 or 13 miles an hour, you really do feel it out here in the Anchorage. There's absolutely nowhere to hide from it. Let's go for a little bit of a closer look and see if there's anything that we can see here. So we've got the standard keep near the propeller sign, which is always good. Looks like we've got some mooring ropes there on the rear. We've got this red sort of chimney item on the right, which I'm not too sure what that actually is. Anyone know? I'd be curious to find out. Each standard escape vessel there, marked with the ship's call sign on the top. And we've got standard fitting aerial radio equipment by the looks of things. just on top of the bridge there, which is nice. So she's 99 metres in length, which isn't the biggest dredger out there, but it's by no means the smallest. And we've got a breadth of just under 20 metres on this one. So interestingly, we've had recently on the channel, we had a similar dredger, a sister dredger, called SAND FALCON, which is almost identical to this one. I'll put the link in the comments so that you can have a go and have a look at that one if you feel like you would like to see. Because they're sisters, they are almost exactly the same as each other. There's a few minor differences on there, so I'd be interested to see if any of you can spot any of them. But yeah, go and check that one out if you feel like you'd like to see the sister vessel to this one. Again, recorded at Margate Roads Anchorage, that's where we normally record our videos. See if we can have a bit of a closer look down here at the bridge, as we always do. See if we can see anybody moving. I know that we spotted it. Could have been the captain earlier. No, looks like it could potentially be empty, judging by that. It looks like obviously we're going to walk around somewhere. I did spot a little puff from the exhaust there, so obviously we've got some heaters running in there, or the electric generator running, which wouldn't be surprising given how cold it is today. But overall, we've got a bit of a ghost ship on our hands here. We've got nobody out and about to have a look at, so we'll just have to admire her beauty. As you can probably see in the distance there, we've got so many ships in the anchorage right now, or passing the anchorage, as we are due some real high winds. So you might notice there, unconventionally, just on the red patch, we've got the name SAND FALCON written on the top of the vessel down towards the bow next to the conveyor belts. Now, presumably that's there, so when they're loading or unloading, they can load or unload the right ship. As when you're high up, put material on or take material off, I'm guessing it would be quite easy to be looking at the wrong ship, especially with SAND FALCON and SAND FALCON being so similar from the outside, and both of them port in similar places. Or could be in the same port at the same time. To those of you that are new to the channel, what we do is generally, every single time that we get a decent ship turn up at Margate Anchorage, we go and have a look at it if we can. Now, going and have a look means generally we get the drone out, we have a good look around it and see what we can see. We've had some really good ones on the channel over the last few months. We've had dancing crew that some of you know on some of the arc lows. We've had people hanging over the side, painting, again on the arc low. We've had a welcome board one recently like that as well. We quite often get captain interaction. Generally, we just appreciate everything to do with ships and their crew. So if you like this one, please drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, leave me a comment below, as every little really helps the channel and help me keep making these ones. So come and join us on the journey, join us on the exploration, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you for watching today, and hopefully I'll see you next time.